Heidi-ho, campers and collective. I did a reading this morning for Sam in Ireland. I am very exhausted. I am very, very tired at the moment, but I wanted to do an introduction to the runes. I am going to be bringing across in my next video urus, which I'm hoping to do this afternoon, depending on my energy levels. But I am just waiting. As I said in my last video, I have another Irish person coming through that I'm going to be energetically working with. And as far at this moment, I just know it's a male. I have no idea what part of Ireland I will be going to. So it's a surprise for me too. But they are waiting for this energy from Sam's to clear, which I think will happen by the end of tonight, and possibly I'll be working with the new person tonight or the next night. So as much as I love the Irish and I do hold them deeply in my heart, God only knows what they're going to bring forward for me. It will be a surprise, and I will welcome it, because how can you not welcome the Irish? They're such beautiful people. Anyway, I just wanted to do a quick introduction to what I am planning to do this afternoon or tomorrow, depending again on my energy levels and what I can bring through, because this is quite exhausting, this work. I am going to bring through, I had actually planned to just randomly bring through the runes, but then I don't think that's going to be clear for people who are interested in the runes. Runes tell a story much like tarot, and they are a 2000, the Elder Futhork that I follow. There are many alphabets in the runes. So there's the younger Futhork, the Elder Futhork, the Anglo-Saxon Futhork, and there's others. I study and bring through and have been led and guided with the Elder Futhork, which is 24 runes. So that's what I'll be working with, and that's what I'll be bringing through. These runes are separated into 3 groupings of 8 runes, or 3 families of 8 runes, and they do tell a story, so I do think it's important to follow through in an order. So I'm going to be focusing on urus, which is the second of the first ayet, and then I'm going to be doing theresis, which is the third. Once I've done these 2, I will go back and do fihu, which is the first rune in the alphabet, and then follow through with the rest of the group of 8. So in the first group of 8 of the grouping, it's called ayet, and there are 3 ayet, and each grouping of 8 is ruled by gods, and they bring forward an energy to those runes. So the first grouping of 8 in the first ayet as basically the lettering for Futhork, the first 6 letters, Futhork. So F-U-T-H together, A-R, and then K. And the last 2 letters are the X for Gibo and Wano. So I am planning to bring forward those 8 runes in an order that you can follow. Please, if you are interested in learning more about the runes, like and follow the page, or at least drop a yes in the comment box, because I'm committed to doing this first grouping of 8. But if I don't get any interest or of people wanting to learn about it, I'm not going to follow through on the second ayet and the third ayet. So if you are interested in learning about the runes and getting a basic understanding of the runes and following the storyline, please like and follow and drop a yes in the comments, so I know that there's interest there. My time and energy is pretty precious, and I don't want to be wasting it if people are not interested in it. So please do that for me. And the other thing that I can say about the first grouping is that they are ruled by gods, as I said, and this first grouping is ruled by the god Freya and his twin sister. Now, her name sounds the same, Freya, but is spelt differently. So you have Freya, F-R-E-Y-A, and his twin sister Freya, which is F-R-E-Y-J-A. So they both bring energies towards this first ayet. The male, they are twins, and they are twins, brother and sister of the Lord Nord, and who there is not much known about him or where he came from or how he birthed, but these are his siblings that birthed into the Elder Futhork, which is a 2,000-year alphabet, and within each letter there are symbology and meanings that come through, and I guess in the Norse history. So the male version, he brings forward into that first ayet, creation, fertility and prosperity, and his female sister is the goddess of magic, love, and fertility. So the first grouping of the 8 runes is all around creation, primal forces of life, and the creation and energies that sustain the cosmos. So basically, when I go back to the first one, after the 2 that I'm going to do, Fiu is kind of like the primordial soup in the cosmos. It's an idea, it's energy floating around, and then you get to Uruz, which actually takes that energy. Fiu is fire energy, Uruz is ice and water energy. When the 2 meet, it then takes that messy soup ideas floating around, atoms and whatever you want to relate to it, and turns it into form and structure. And then you go on to the 3rd and the 3rd. So it's basically going from the beginning of the cosmos and this primordial soup energy right through to the 8th in the first ayet, which takes you through to form and structure, and then onto spirituality, and then you get into the 2nd layer and the 3rd layer. So if you're interested, please drop a yes, because I will commit to doing the first 8, but as I says, I am moving into other projects, so if there is no interest, I would rather focus my energies where it's needed the most. But runes are a passion of mine. I have a very spiritual journey to how I came around to using runes, and one day down the track, if there's interest, I will tell the story. But for now, that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to focus on the first ayet, the first 8 runes, from creation through to spirituality. If there's interest, I'll go on to the 2nd and 3rd layers. If there's interest at that level of the 2nd and 3rd layers, I will then give you a very trusted source on the internet, and he is Norse, that you can link to and go and get very much more in depth. So the information I give you may seem quite out there and a lot to take on, but it is basic. The runes are very in depth, and when you link into them, you'll understand that energy, but he takes it to another level yet. And I think that if you are just new to the runes, stick with me and get the basic understandings, and then I'll give you his name that you can link onto. He will take you to another plane altogether. He's amazing, and I follow him I've followed him for quite some years now. So yeah, we'll get into it. The next video I do will be on Uruz, and then we'll get into Theresis. So hang in there. If you are interested, please remember, like, follow, and drop a yes in the comment box so I know that there's interest. And have a great day. See you soon, and I'm really looking forward to that Irish person that's coming through. I think he's going to be a blast.